Hey, you is back, and today we are beating my face and catching up. Starting off strong, I'm using beef tallow as moisturizer, and I just want to catch up and talk about the past few months, the upcoming months, and just everything, because I feel like this brain dump will help me hopefully see clarity. So as y'all know, I moved to Chicago in end of July, and it definitely has not been my favorite city. Now, this isn't a video where I'm trying to bash this place or just mope, because I really have been trying to remain positive. I think I've talked about it in other vlogs and just on my other platforms, the reasons why I feel like I haven't acclimated very well here. And as y'all know, since I'm a travel nurse, I only live in places for around, every place I've done is for like 5 to 6 months. Y'all know I did DC, Honolulu, LA, and then Philly's my home base. And then again with Chicago, it's gonna be about like 5 months once I leave. But given that time period, I either like clicked and connect with the place or I don't. And this time around, I didn't, which I'm so shocked by. I feel like everyone I've spoken with and people I know and people that know me thought I was gonna love this place, and I really did too. Lancome, I'm going in with their Tint Idol Ultra Wear foundation. It'll be like a B, I'll be mentioning the products and my tips, but I'm gonna be chatting. So yeah, that came as a surprise. And I think the biggest things for me I've realized is I thrive with community. Like when I was in DC, from the times that I did vlog and what you guys could see on TikTok and stuff and Instagram, like I did so well there because so quickly I was able to formulate community between making friends with my friends' mutuals or just like meeting people on Bumble. I met Liv at an influencer event, meeting people at workout classes. Like literally the one day me and my friend Bree that I met through mutual met this other girl through a workout class. I thrive in a place where I have community. I noticed in LA, I had a bit of a community. It was also hard for me to make friends there. I did end up making friends on Bumble, and I'm still cool with them to this day. Shout out to Yasmin, shout out to Jai. And literally Jai and I hung out when I moved to Hawaii. So like, I do well when I have my people or find my people, because my people aren't in these cities. Like I literally moved to Chicago. I met a girlie when I lived in LA and she now lives in Chicago, so me and her have been hanging out. A guy that I worked with in Santa Monica randomly, like it's so crazy, now is a travel nurse here, so we've hung out once. And then over time I've been able to make friends here, but it's taken a while, and I think it just impacted me a lot more than I thought it would. Too Faced Born This Way concealer, it's literally the best. I will never stray away from her. Also, does my face look blotchy? Oh, I need a mirror. I'll be back. Okay, I got a mirror because I realized there's no way for me to just do my makeup and not be looking at my face. But yeah, so I thrive with community, and I think over time, right, like if I were to live in Chicago for a year, eventually I would find my people, my footing. Like even more recently, I've been hanging out with people and starting to develop like better friendships with people. I feel like in DC, I might have just gotten lucky with the connections I made so quickly, and like we just vibed immediately. So I think coming off of that high from being in DC to then moving to Chicago, everything hit me like a brick when I wasn't making friends, when I didn't have community. On top of that, like I feel like my efforts were just like not working. Like for example, when I first moved out here, there was an all-white party I really want to go to, and all the tickets got sold out, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then this other thing I tried to go to, a few weeks after that, the tickets bumped up to $50. Difficult feeling like every time I tried, it wasn't working out. There were these girlies I had hung out with once and I thought it went well. I'd hit them up a few times after that, and like, I don't think they mutually felt like it went well, which is fine, like that happens, but just like all of these little things. And then I think I mentioned to you guys a while ago, I had made a video saying, you know, Chicago is not the city for me, and I listed off the reasons. The one thing was community and making friends is hard. The other thing is like events and stuff I just mentioned. Another big thing for me is transport. I don't bring my car to a lot of these cities because if they're walkable and there's public transport, I'll use that. It's easier, it's more affordable. Driving a car in a city is not ideal, so I don't really like driving a car in a city. And what else did I say? I also mentioned Chicago is a pretty segregated city. I did learn about redlining when I was younger, but the impacts are still prevalent today, and I noticed that living here. I listed off a bunch of other things in that video. So when I had posted that video, the tea, so there had actually been a creator from the city who had commented on it on my public page, was like, oh yeah, you need to put yourself out there, like go to more events, da 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 da. And then I DM'd them privately and I was like, hey, like these are the things I've done in the past. Like I just haven't been able to make friends. They try to disagree with me on like the transport situation. I'm like, listen, coming from the East Coast, like public transport is more efficient in other cities and just across the world, like globally, like even like Singapore, when you look at Lille, Lyon, like all of these random cities in different countries, public transport is better. And there's no way that this city is so big and the public transport is cutting budgets, therefore making it less efficient. And like people don't have access. And then also side notes, I'm gonna keep going to side notes. People online trying to tell me, oh, it's because you live downtown, that's why transport isn't efficient. Imagine we were in New York City, Charlotte Tilbury, Easy One Contour. It's the first time I'm using it. Imagine we're in New York City and we're like, oh yeah, public transport's not efficient downtown or like in Manhattan. Then that'd be a major problem, right? So like, this person tried to disagree with me about, you notice how I go into the story. So this person tried to disagree with me about that. I was like, all right, agree, disagree. So my public page, this person had mentioned, just go to events, like you need to be putting yourself out there, blah, blah, blah. Cool, so I DM'd them, right? We're agreeing to disagree about the transport. And then in private, this person was like, yeah, honestly, girls here aren't really open to making new friends, so I could see why you're going to these events and it's not working. Like, I could see why you're not making friends. And I was like, wait, hold up. On my public page, you made it seem as though I'm not trying enough. And then, like, this is like a well-known person in Chicago. Like, people know this person. And then in private, you're agreeing with me. Like, huh? I was like, that left a bad taste in my mouth. And then on top of that, the next day, they had made a video about making friends in Chicago, and then one of their friends did too. And they had actually invited me to something, but then once I had seen those videos, I was like, oh, that's kind of like a little off-putting, like no thank you. And the videos they had made were directly talking about what I was talking about, and they were like, I heard people in Chicago are having trouble making friends, and it's like, people or like me? Like, I understand this is also other people's issue, like it's not just mine, it's not just in Chicago, right? Like young people in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, like any age, my mom in her 50s have trouble making friends. Like making friends is hard. But just like the way it all went down and like the public comment versus the private DM and stuff, I was like, ooh, that didn't sit right with me. So I steered clear of hanging with those people. But yeah, where was I going with this? Oh, this is where I was going with this. So yeah, those are my main reasons for this city not being for me. Now, I see why people love this city. I see how it can be a vibe for people. Those people are not me, and that is okay. So since I have came to that revelation, I've really just been trying to work on myself. That's why I'm currently in the middle of my 30-day challenge. By the time this is posted, I'll be I think I'll be on like day 22 or 23 of my challenge, which is showing up for myself every day for the next 30 days. The goals I have for myself are 10,000 steps a day or more, a workout every single day, a 30-minute workout, no alcohol, which y'all have seen my vlogs. It was difficult when I was with my friends and we were at a bottomless brunch that we all paid for. Like, I paid for my share of bottomless. Didn't drink a drop. And then a few other events I've done and gone to where there's free lick. Like, liquor is one thing, but free lick, like, and I'm just like, no thank you, I'm okay, I'll have a water. Like, and tonight we're going to an event and I know there's gonna be free alcohol. I just have a water. This Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, I like the color, but it's definitely spilling. Like, I'm already making a mess. Trying not to be wasteful of my products, but it's hard when it just like squirts out like this. Okay. Oh, I didn't lock it. Okay, well, yeah, Eunice, that was your fault. Those are my goals, and I'm starting to feel good, like just physically. I definitely feel less bloated. Hopefully I'll lose weight. What prompted this whole thing was me wanting to lose weight, but then also me in Chicago realizing, okay, I might not be having my way and things going my way, but let's control the things that I can and focus on those things. Just smear on my face. Just because I'm not in my dream city or my dream place with my dream besties and my dream doesn't mean I can't work on myself. Like this time period of my life is not about to be thrown away. I'm about to make the most out of it. So that's been kind of where my head's at. Now in terms of next steps, this is where I'm gonna need help. So as y'all know, I've been doing travel nursing for 2 years. I did a local contract in Philly, then I went to Los Angeles, came back, local contract in Philly. I went to Hawaii, after that I went to DC, after that I landed in Chicago. And it's just been a crazy time. Like, to think 1 year ago, I was living in Honolulu. And then since then, moved to DC, moved to Chicago. It's just so wild. I'm so grateful to have this job and to have selected nursing as my path. Like, I never knew this could be my possibility. Now, mind you, in school I always was aware of what travel nursing was, but I just wasn't sure if I could do it. So the fact that I'm doing this is just unreal, and I've been able to live out my dream of being a travel nurse. My dream cities were literally Chicago, Honolulu, and I knew one day I wanted to try somewhere in California. But those were the big two for me, Chicago and Honolulu. I'm at a crossroads right now, and this is where like my mind's just been racing, where I don't know what's next. I feel like the thought of giving up travel nursing for good is just a lot, because this is what I know. I'm so comfortable with it. The perks of it are like insane, like the pay, the ability to bop around. And I think my favorite thing, I mean, my least favorite thing is the instability, but the instability of it all is kind of fun. Like, just not knowing this sounds so bad, but sometimes it's tiresome, like not knowing where you're gonna sleep because you don't have housing set up yet. But like, just the unknown of it all is fun. And also things being temporary. And not that I fear commitment, but I think I love the fact that I'm a temporary worker at some of these hospitals. Like, my current place, for example, I can't imagine if this was like my full-time staff job. Like, I'd be ready to run out of there, you know? But knowing I'm only here for a few months to try my best and help out these people who need an extra nurse, that mindset totally shifts your perspective, and I'm able to walk into work with a new fresh set of eyes, with energy for this facility. And by the time I leave after 5 months and I'm over it, I can go to the next place, right? And it's just like a clean plate. And you keep doing that at work, which is so nice, especially in the world of nursing where you can get so burnt out. And I work ICU. ICU has like the highest turnover and like, I think, burnt out rate, whatever that means, because it's intense. But I think I've been able to keep such a positive energy and be excited and not be burnt out because I've been traveling. So my options are, 1, San Diego. The pay is there. When I'm looking at contracts at this point, that's one of like the higher paying cities. Now, the cost of living, I think, is it's definitely top 5 in the United States. I think like LA, San Diego, Honolulu, of course. Eunice, you just want to live in expensive cities. The fuck, you want to spend all this money? But I think San Diego's up there. But the pay is there to match. I think pros, I know the warm weather will cure me. I'll be able to be more outdoors. I can rollerblade. Hopefully I can pick up DJing again. I mean, the warm weather has nothing to do with it, but a new year, new me, you know? Does anyone remember when I was trying to DJ? So you thought I was joking when I said I'm taking my DJ career seriously. This is episode 1 of Uni Becomes a DJ. Locked in on YouTube University right now. Let me learn some stuff and then we're gonna mix a little. Oh Lord, here we go. Let me turn this thing on. Stop laughing at me, please. Okay, right now we're just listening because I don't know how to turn this on again. This is not going good. You thought I was feeling you? You saw that? That did not make sense. Let's stop here. Okay, we're getting serious. Like, there's no more laughing. Shit's not sweet right now. I don't know why I'm laughing. All right, let me focus. I want to be the type of person that plays like pop and then jumps right into Afrobeats type thing, you know? So let's do some Charlie XCX, right? The girls love her.
Hey, Billy,
How could I ever get this? I did that. I'll be the type of DJ that just dances. Okay, how am I gonna jump into Afrobeats with this? How am I, Eunice, come on. I'm gonna slow. I need to start getting serious. Seriously. Come on. Eunice? Don't worry. I'm gonna get better, okay? This is like session 1. Oh god, I picked up that hobby in LA and every once in a while I pick it back up. In DC I picked it up. I dropped it in Chicago because I wasn't able to pack it out here, but I'm picking it back up in 2026. But I know San Diego and being in California, just like that West Coast energy, I think the cons are potentially not formulating community again. Being away from family like back to back to back can be a lot. And just, I don't know, like when I was in the West Coast, I think I was also so excited to be a travel nurse. It didn't all hit me that I was away, but now that I'm in Chicago, I'm a 2-hour flight from home. I'm a 10-hour drive. Like my mom drove to come see me when she came. It still felt so far. I think it's because a bit of me was like homesick because I lack community. I get homesick when I don't have community because then it doesn't feel like home. Like this right now feels like a long, like I overstayed my welcome somewhere in a city. When I was in DC, it felt like home because I had community. When I was in Honolulu, it felt like home. I think it's because it was an island. I don't know, because I didn't really formulate the biggest community. LA, by the end, I was ready to go because I had some stuff going on at home. But I fear I'm gonna go to San Diego and with this energy just continue on like a downtrend. Also, thing to know, I'm not gonna love every city I live in, which is understandable and totally normal. So I'm scared that I picked LA, which was good, Honolulu, which I loved, and DC, which I love, back to back to back, and I was on such highs. Now everything else that's probably like good is just gonna feel so much lower because I was off such a high. Does that make sense? Instead of feeling, oh, good, 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 those were so good that these might just feel. Other option, somewhere in Texas. Now, I have only visited, I'm gonna let my eyes sit. So I didn't talk through these steps, my bad guys. So I ended up using Too Faced in the shade Maple. The initial shade I used was Chestnut. I went in with Maple for that lighter color pop under my eyes. And then I went in with the Refi blush in the shade Canyon. This is literally my favorite up here. Love her. I'm gonna blend that out after the concealer so it can go over. Actually, no, I don't know why I'm having it sit on my face. I'm just gonna blend this out. Anyways, other options, Texas. So like I said, I have gone to Houston before and I enjoyed my 2 trips to Houston. I think the thing that I fear and the thing people have been telling me in my comment sections, which I know, is it is not a walkable city. Everyone drives everywhere, which I'm well aware about. I think anywhere I go in Texas, I'd bring my car. My Jeep Wrangler, she's literally sitting at home just like collecting dust. I mean, my mom drives around the community every week, so I think the engine will stop or something if you don't drive your car often or turn it on. I don't know. But I would bring the car, but I think I fear I would live in a random suburb and feel isolated. I know when I was in LA and I was in Santa Monica, sometimes it would feel like that because at night when there's like 2 light posts and you're like, who's outside? You know, I like being in the city, seeing the city lights, being able to walk around. If I'm not going out on a Friday night, I can walk around the street in Chicago and like see people out at restaurants and bars and people just being people. So I fear I wouldn't get that experience in Houston. I think the trade-off would be immersing myself with the Texans, but just I'm wondering if it's gonna be too drastic of like a culture shift for me. Similarly with Dallas and Austin, I think the one component with Houston would be on top of that, living and feeling a little more isolated. Next, Dallas. I've heard a lot of great things. I heard there's a lot of people of color there. Love that. Heard it's more of a city feel. And then same with Austin. I heard it's the most city-like and walkable. Would still bring my car. I think the one thing I would be concerned about, obviously like culture shock, but then also lots and lots of young white people, which I love my white people if you're watching. I just think sometimes when you're fully immersing yourself somewhere to live, it can be a lot. And then on top of that, I'm very used to the East Coast. And if I'm in a predominantly white setting, I'm where I feel most comfortable. But I think being, let's be honest, being in a red state, being in Texas, having all of these different factors, it might just be a lot for me. So that's where my mind's at with travel nursing options. The other option is to go home to Pennsylvania. So I would take a local contract in either Philly or somewhere in South Jersey, which is right across the bridge from Philly. So essentially staying at my apartment in Philly, doing my job from there. Now, I love this idea because I'd be back with my friends. Y'all know my friend Hannah that I met in DC. She actually moved to Philly. A lot of her friends and stuff were in Philly. So after 4 years of living in DC, she moved to Philly. So she'd be there. Michaela and Swati, two girlies from my like travel group, lived there. Obviously my older sister's there, her husband's there. My mom's 2 hours away. My siblings are 2 hours away. My little sister in New York, my brother in PA with my mom, my aunt, like, and it's home. Like, I know what I'm getting into in Philly. I have my favorite restaurants. I have my favorite bars. I know where I like to walk. I know where I go to the gym. And so having a sense of normacy and routine would be really helpful for me. And I think it definitely fill my soul, elevate my spirits. But I'm wondering if I'm like giving up in a sense. Like not doing travel nursing anymore and doing a local contract. Simultaneously, in the past, I have stopped by Philly before going to other places. So I did Philly local contract first, LA, Philly local, Honolulu, DC, Chicago, but DC, you know, it's like close to home. So I have kind of broken up my travel. So I'm like, what if I did that? A few people suggested maybe going back home for a few weeks and then starting a contract, maybe in like mid-January. And then the other options are to like travel around Central and South America for a few months. This would mean having no job. Financially, I think I'd be all right because I have saved money over the years and I feel like I have spent money and invested in so many things and people and causes other than myself. Now I have, like you guys see, like I'll buy myself something nice or I'll go on trips. I think trips and experiences are at the top of my priority list when it comes to spending money, but something like this would literally be putting like me and my wants and my dreams first. Also be pushing myself outside of the comfort zone because once again, I would be solo traveling. I have done solo trips in the past, some to highlight. I've done London alone twice, Singapore, loved that trip. And that was before linking with people, all of those trips. I did a few days alone before hanging out with people, like 5 days or so. But this would be like months. And you know, I'd meet people along the way. I think Central South America would be more like backpacking style because I would run out of money if I'm like just staying at hotels, unless I'm getting a B&B and living somewhere. The other option is to travel around Southeast Asia. Very doable, right? I've gone to Southeast Asia a few times. Thailand, Bali, Vietnam, Singapore. I did a day trip in Tokyo. I mean, I really, wow. When I sit back and think of my life, it's actually so crazy to me. Like, I got a passport at 22. I graduated at 21. Like, wow. Sorry, I just had a moment thinking about my life. Wow, I'm proud of myself. But that could be an option. The other option would be travel through Europe. Obviously I have a place to stay if I were to stay in France with my boy, but I feel like I'd want to venture out. The girl's gone to France how many times? 5 bazillion. Like, it's time to venture out. When we went to Amsterdam, I loved that. I feel like an Amsterdam moment could be really fun. I feel like living in London's always something I wanted to do, always. And I even thought about having my license transfer over so I could work there. Now, the one issue with that is they do not pay the nurses in London what they should be paid. And the cost of living there is pretty high. So just financially, I don't know if that would be the smartest. Now, obviously, with the money I could use for traveling, I could supplement what I need. So like work there, use the money I'd spend traveling and kind of like break even almost. I don't even think I'd be breaking even. I think I'd be spending because the cost of living there is expensive and nurses don't get paid a lot. But I feel like that could be a cool experience. I also think just traveling straight up in Europe could be fun. I don't know. Like, do you see why my mind's all over the place and what I want to do? Because all of these options sound amazing. I think my makeup looks good. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Where you're like, Eunice, you're doing clown activities. But yeah, all these options seem so good, but I'm realizing I'm the one that needs to make the decision. When I speak to my mom, when I speak to my friends, when I speak to the boy, everyone has like their input, right? They're like, hey Eunice, like I think this could be good for you, or like I really like this idea, or like what about this? And mind you, I have a bunch of friends that I've ran this by. I'm like, girl, what do you think? And even a few people at work have asked me what I want to do. It's interesting because everyone you ask has obviously a different opinion and advice, but also sometimes their advice is coming from a point of what they would want. Like for example, my coworker, she's 43, she has 2 kids, and she's like, Eunice, travel. In January, don't take a contract, travel, girl. You're never gonna regret traveling. And like, you could see it in her eyes, she's giving me this advice because she would want to do that at this point in life, or even prior to having kids, and she did, but just, you know, more, travel more. So it's interesting. Oh, the boy just asked if I'm free. Okay, let me call him really quickly. Give me 1 second. Now I'm going in with this dipstick. It's like a duo stick. I need to find the shade, but it's really dull right now because I always put it on my makeup, but as you can see, it's like pinky. I just want to add a lot of blush. I think I want to do a heavy blush. Oh, that was a lot. But yeah, depending on who I talk to is what kind of advice they'll give me. And I think the one super sound person, almost neutral, but obviously everyone has a bias, of course, is my mother, because she knows me best, right? And I think in the past when I've talked to her about travel nursing, what I want to do, where I want to go, she's always like, Eunice, do what you want, or it seems like you want to do this, but really ultimately it's up to you. And it is. But this time around, she's like, yeah, Eunice, you need a break. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, you seem like you need to be around people you love and just community and home. And I'm like, is that what it's giving? So I feel like that's where I'm probably headed. While at the same time, I don't know. And the other component to this is I did apply to grad school for my master's, and I think I'll tell you guys because this is a small community on here, and if you're still watching 20 something minutes in, you deserve to know. I applied to 3 universities. So far I've heard back from 2. I got into both of them, which is super exciting. And then the other one I hear back from in a few months. Honestly, it'd take forever. I might just take one of these, not even wait, because it's gonna take so long. But that would potentially start next year in the fall. So with that in mind, I'm like, where do I want to be? Like, do I want to have my final hoorah and just go travel nurse, go all out before I want to remain stable for school? Because school, 2 of the programs that I already found out from would be online, and then the 1 would be in person. But if it is online, I still have flexibility, right? Like, I could definitely travel nurse. I could even live abroad during that time, which is something I'm considering. Like, what if I just moved to Bali for a semester? Lived out there, which you can find like affordable housing, and just lock in on school life, focus on myself. Like, oh, do you guys see where my mind goes with all of these like plans and options and thoughts? But with that in mind, I'm like, as soon as I get to my second year of school where it'd be clinical heavy, I can't be travel nursing like this. That life, I have to put it past me. So with that said, I'm like, and with that, keeping that in mind, I'm like, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Just, yeah, lots of things to consider. And then the other thing is, all of my friends are in New York City. And for years and years and years, at this point, I think they think I'm lying because I've just been saying it every year and I never do. Every year I tell my friends, oh, I'm coming to New York. I'm coming to New York. And they're like, oh, okay, Eunice, yeah. Let's be roommates, let's do this. And then the time comes around and I'm like, okay, never mind guys, I have to go do this, but I'm coming to New York, I'm coming to New York. And I feel like I've put off New York for so long. At this point, some of my friends are leaving New York. And I'm like, guys, don't leave, like I'm coming. And they're like, you've been saying this for the past almost 5 years. Also, this is a Huda Beauty powder in the shade Cherry Blossom. I need to buy the big one because this mini one be getting on my nerves. I just need to like pat it out. But yeah, at this point, my friends don't believe I'm coming to New York, but I definitely want to live in New York at some point. And so I was wondering like, oh, do I do Philly, settle, travel in the summer, go to New York in September, or go to New York in January? Doesn't really feel like it makes sense because it's cold. I feel like that's not the best time to move to a city. And then also I could just go to Philly. Like I want to maximize on my time and experience in New York. So it's like, I mean, even though I'd probably be living there all year round and go through a winter there, you get what I'm saying? It doesn't feel right to go in January. But so all of these, and I'm once again telling you guys because who's watching this? Probably like 10 people. But yeah, my mind just races and I have all of these thoughts, and you guys know I want to try cosmetics one day and I want to do all of these things, and I'm like, where do I find the time? I don't know. Where's the plan? How does this all fit into my life? I don't know. And so that's why I feel like a big part of me is like, okay girl, like close this travel nursing chapter. But it's not that it's my identity, but it's a big part of my life. And so closing that, I feel like would definitely open doors to being able to do other things, right? If I stopped travel nursing, I could live in New York City full time. If I stopped travel nursing, I can travel more, even more than I already do. If I stopped travel nursing, I could see my friends and family and create a concrete community in a steady location. All of my life decisions are hitting me like a brick right now. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's where my mind's been the past few months. And so just between being here, slowly closing this chapter, potentially starting another one, I'm just scatterbrained. I truthfully, okay, so I think what I'm leaning towards is going back to Philly. It's not definite, because I'll casually look at local contracts there, but then the other day I inquired about a contract in San Diego because I'm like, the pay looks good, oh my god, it's warm over there. I was looking at contracts in Texas. They're not the highest paying state, but I was casually looking. I applied for my compact license. Later this week, you guys will see in the vlog, I'm getting my fingerprints done to finalize my compact so that way I can beep boop bop around to any state. But yeah, I think I would want to do traveling. My qualm also with that, so many different factors. My friend's birthday's in January, so my one friend, Michaela, going to St. Martin for her birthday. I think it'd be a really fun trip to go to. So it doesn't really make sense for me to be like traveling around like Central South America and then bop over to St. Martin. I mean, I could, but you know, that's a lot. And then also traveling elsewhere, I wouldn't be able to go like if I'm in Southeast Asia. I think Southeast Asia would be perfect time to go in January, February. Europe, I would ideally want to be there in the fall if I'm going to be there for 3 or 4 months. Once again, going in the dead of winter, I could do it. Not the most ideal though. So yeah, there's lots of moving parts here, and don't know what to do. And I'm scared I'm gonna make the wrong decision, even though there is no wrong decision in the situation, because these are all things I'm interested in doing. So yeah, that's my long-winded what's been going on in my brain recently dump. I am welcoming opinions on what I should do in the chat, because I really don't know what to do, and I feel like anyone who can offer advice or insight would be super helpful right now. I am using this MAC lip liner in the shade Chestnut. Not revolutionary, guys. Everyone has used this liner. Why did I just find out about it in 2025? But yeah, that's where my mind's been, and my life is headed in one of those directions. I just don't know which one. And in terms of the next few weeks of my life, so I'll be in Chicago for the rest of, not the rest of the year. So I'm actually planning to leave, the latest would be December 23rd. So my plan is for my mom to come pull up in her car, pick me up with all of my belongings. I have managed to fill this apartment with, I don't want to say trash because it's mine, it's my stuff, but so much stuff. Like, I moved out here with what, less than, 2 check bags and a carry-on and 2 carry-ons. So almost like 3 full suitcases, and now I probably have like 5 or 6. Given when my mom did come to visit me, she brought like 2 or 3 bags full of clothing, like winter stuff. And then I did send home some summer stuff, but you know, you collect stuff over time, and then also being a content creator and having stuff sent out to me. Like, I have a snow globe thing over there you guys will see in the next vlog, so lots going on. The next vlog will be a full week in Chicago. I've been filming that this week. The following one, I think it's gonna be my last full week in Chicago. And then after that will be a half week. I will probably vlog me and my mom's drive, because that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be 10 or 11 hours of me and her going at it on the road. I know I'm gonna be like super excited the first hour, and then after that I'm gonna be like, oh my god, get me to Pennsylvania, I should have flown, I should have shipped my stuff. But that should be fun. And then I am spending the holidays in the Poconos, Pennsylvania with my family. Super excited. This year I've been playing Santa. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. It's one thing getting someone like a gift. It's another thing being like, yeah, send me your Christmas list. Oh, you wanted an iPad? Oh, go make it yourself. The book. But yeah, Christmas will be fun. I'll be vlogging Christmas. And then the boy and I just organized and planned the dates that he's gonna come see me, which will be really fun. We are going to spend a little bit of it in, oh, I put a lot of blush. This is a blush heavy look, but honestly it eats. We plan to be in Philly for a few days. We're gonna go to the Poconos for a few days, and then we're spending New Year's in New York. Again, if anyone remembers that vlog. This time in New York, it's gonna be a group of us. It's gonna be me, Meg Nogue, which was in my home vlog, my bestie, who lived with me for a month. Y'all are starting to pick up, I think, on the characters in my life. Beatrice, which is a friend of mine who lives in France. If you guys remember, I'm always referencing a vlog because I'm like trying to like jog your memory if you watch my other vlogs. If you don't, you're probably like, what is she talking about, all these other references? My friend B lives in France, met her in boarding school as well. I was supposed to link with her when I was in France and did that like day vlog, but she ended up being busy with work. So she's coming, one of her friends are coming. Hannah, my friend from DC, who now lives in Philly, she might come. Our friend Mustafa from boarding school also is in my home vlog. He's coming. Damani, also from my home vlog, he's coming from boarding school. And then Gabe, who wasn't in the home vlog but was in the Cabo vlog, he'll be there. And then Jayla, who is also in the Cabo vlog, she'll be there. Like, it's gonna be a big group of people. So many different crossovers between boarding school, people I met post-grad, and then the boy, just like everyone coming together for New Year's. I don't know what we're doing yet. Megan and I literally were texting today, and the thing about New Year's in New York is it is serious. Like, you need to have your plans so organized or else you're screwed. Because like, we were looking at places, literally there's places for $150 to go out for New Year's. It includes no drink. Like last year, me and the boy went somewhere and it was like over 100. I think it was like 120 each person. but it was open bar. These places are $260 open bar, huh? Per person, which is bananas. And we're like, okay, what if we get a table starting at 10,000? 10,000 what? Art thou no? Like, no, that's wild. So we're literally just texting the chat. My friend said she just made a res, because we're like, maybe we can go to dinner and then go out, because we wanted a party dinner. Party dinners are outrageous. Like, that's the other thing with New York. If I move to New York, the girls be spending their dollars. I grabbed my Charlotte Tilbury set spray. Lately, since it hasn't been hot outside and have been sweaty, I've been able to just do the Charlotte Tilbury set spray for a nice glowy look. Let's see how my makeup looks with the light on. Okay. Oh, it did not settle. I was like, what the hell? Okay, this looks interesting. Let me lower the light maybe. Oh, this is blush heavy. Looks like I got punched in the eyes. How's that? Okay, actually, I really like the blush under the eyes. Okay, I just had to check, because sometimes you never know. Sometimes when I do my makeup in certain light, it might look good, and then you go to another and you're like, oh, I look crazy. But yeah, it is currently, oh wow, I'm doing so well on time. I have 30 more minutes till the event. Like I said, it's at Zarella. Should be super cool. And then after that, I'm honestly just chilling. I was trying to see the rest of my friends out here before I leave, like my little farewell tour. So I plan to see Kennedy sometime next week, I think on Tuesday. Bailey, we haven't set up a date. Halima hasn't gotten back to me, and Mercedes, I think tomorrow. So hopefully you guys will see her in the vlog. Other than all of those things occupying my mind, I've been trying to set my goals and intentions for 2026. I feel like typically I'm not like a New Year's resolution kind of person. I mean, I never have been. I've never set a resolution. Like, me and my friends will be like, oh my God, we're gonna be like so fit and blah, 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 and then like whatever. But I think doing my 30-day challenge has just helped me with that consistency and the things I want to do. But in terms of just like goals, I kind of want to make a vision board, and I've never made one before. So I'm seeing people online like how to make a vision board, like whether it's like a magazine or if it's on Canva and stuff, and they say it just doesn't start with like one time sitting and making it. Like, it takes weeks, and like you really need to like think about it. So I've been making a list of goals, and I think my goal is tomorrow to slowly start making my vision board and hopefully have it done by 2026. I don't know, I've been hearing people say like when they have their vision board as their background on their phone, they've been achieving their goals and you're more likely to do stuff. And I really hope that's the case, because sometimes in the past, I'd make myself like, where I like look good in a bathing suit as my background to hopefully motivate me to like live a healthier life. Girl, I be eating the bag of chips like, damn, like you did look like that and now you don't. Like, so I'm hoping it's different with the vision board, and I hope it just gives me some sense of direction. I've also been trying to strategize and be more intentional with content creation. I feel like I have a gift, if I do see so myself, of like speaking to the camera, like offering insights, having fun online and being comfortable in front of the camera. And I'm like, why not take advantage of that? So actually today I did my first digitals for modeling. You guys will see it in the vlog. I feel like I was so awkward. Like, there were some points where I was like, I just look weird, like I feel weird. Like, here's a little video. I actually put a video on the screen, like an overview of what I was doing, but I don't know, I just feel like some poses I was like a little awkward. But we were just trying to do the digitals. So typically with digitals, you do either no makeup or a minimal amount of makeup. I'm not trying to do like runway modeling. Don't get in my comment section, oh my God, you're only 5'6", oh my God, you're so big, oh, the Tyra, please. All right, it'd be more like commercial modeling and like modeling for hair care brands or maybe like clothing brands, etc. Hopefully Nike. I feel like the body's giving Nike. Just do it. So that would be my goal. So for the digitals, with commercial modeling, you do like a minimal amount of makeup. I wore an all black outfit, and then there are 4 main poses. So there's like a straight on, a 3/4, a full body, and then I forget what the 4th one was, but because we did a bunch of different angles and stuff, we even had ones of me like sitting on a stool. I definitely feel like I need to work on my face because I was like this. Like, girl, get a grip. Like, be natural in front of the camera. I think I would do well with commercial modeling though, because I can like fluff my hair and be like, ah, you know, or just my more natural smile or a smile or like looking away rather, versus editorial modeling or like runway modeling, you're like with the serious face and the walk, and that's just not me. So hopefully that's something that I can tap into in 2026. Now it could be a flop, right? Like I could send my digitals and everyone be like, yeah, we don't want that, like we don't want, which is understandable, but I will never know unless I try. And this really stemmed from a coworker telling me I should do it. And mind you, I've had people like, and I don't mean to be like, yeah, I'm that girl, but like, you know, people that you should model, and like people have told me that for years. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I was like, wait, what's stopping me from trying? Like literally just putting myself, like taking digitals and sending them into agencies, that's just step 1. Like it's not that much of an investment. I spent 40 bucks, got in a studio and got some pictures, right? So hopefully that goes somewhere. Maybe it goes nowhere. I'll keep you guys posted for that. In 2026, I definitely want to continue with working out, with my gym goals, 10,000 steps a day, rain or shine. I think if I were to move back to Philly, it'd be a bit difficult because I work out at the PF and just like getting there. But the thing is, girl, go on a walk, like get there, walk on the treadmill, do something. So those are some goals. And then, as y'all know, a big part of my life is travel. Where am I traveling to in 2026? I don't know. My friends are so organized and they have all their trips planned and where they want to go and where they want us to go and da-da-da-da. I know for a fact I'm trying to go to my friend's birthday trip in St. Martin. Mind you, they have the flights and the hotels and everything booked and they're ready to go. I still have not, because I need to confirm where I'm living and what I'm doing. Once I can confirm that, I can confirm that trip. The following weekend, I got invited to someone else's birthday trip. My friend Hannah, her good friend, which is not my friend, Jayla's birthday in Miami, and I really want to go to that, but it's back to back. It's like 1 week it's St. Martin and the next weekend it's Miami. Miami's a quick trip. It's like a Friday to Sunday morning, but it's still like not a lot of turnaround time. It's like, do I go to that? We don't know. And then after that, really it's up in the air. The boy and I plan to hang out either in February or March. We were thinking France and Switzerland or France and Iceland. Or if he has an extended period of work, if anyone has any suggestions for where to go, let us know. We're thinking like Tanzania, maybe Kenya, doing like a safari and then like a beach tropical trip and like a beach relaxation trip. We'd love to go to Southeast Asia, but we would need like 2 weeks or so. So really depending on his work would be where we'd go in February, March. May is my friend's wedding. She's getting married. So that should be really fun. And then her bachelorette, I think, might be April. So I need to like make sure I'm leaving these weekends and things open, because I feel like I have a habit of like staggering too many trips all at once, or like back to back to back, or plans at the same time. So these are just like upcoming future things. In the summer, my friends might want to go to Croatia. Another group of friends are going on a cruise that looks really fun, like through Europe. The boy and I want to do something in the summer, of course. I want to do something with my mom. My mom deserves the world, and I want to take her somewhere. Every year we do a trip. This year, we actually went nowhere. Now that I think of it, actually, we went nowhere. Last summer we went to Puerto Rico. In the winter time, she came to Honolulu to come visit me. In the past, we've gone to Puerto Rico, we've gone to Turks and Caicos. We've gone to Puerto Rico like 5 million times together. Turks and Caicos. But I really want to take her somewhere next year. I'm not sure where. She loves animal shows and stuff, but then I told her, let's go to a safari in Kenya, and she was like throwing a fit. She's like, oh my god, what if they attack us? Oh my god, I saw this video. Oh my god, this lady. Oh my god, this happened. And I'm like, girl, please, like, you love these shows, like, let's just live a little. So I feel like that could be fun with her. My camera died. I'm almost done yapping. We could also do a Europe trip. I know my mom's never gone to Europe, or just somewhere in the Caribbean. She loves the Caribbean. But yeah, those are potentially my travel plans. And honestly, I feel like that's as much of a brain dump as I can do right now. That's where I've been, what I'm doing, where I'm headed towards. If you guys have any words of advice, please let me know. And hopefully I have an answer soon as to what I'm doing. I'll talk to you guys.